Hello and welcome to a new vocabulary session. I know you're enjoying my vocabulary session, so that is why I've come back with another video on vocabulary. My style is a little different. I pick up very common everyday used words which you should know. I tell their meanings in different contexts. I explain the word also to you. And I use it in 2-3 different sentences so that it's easier for you to understand the complete word, its context, its meaning, and how it can be used. And your task is to come up with more such sentences, come up with more such synonyms which you can use in place of this word. How this will help? If at all you are speaking in English and you forget that word, you can replace that word with a synonym, right? The word which has a similar meaning. So that is why understanding the word in different contexts with different meanings, with synonyms and using in sentences really helps you while speaking in English. This is all I'm going to explain in this video, so stay tuned. So guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. So today I'm going to talk about another 5 new words which are very basic, very easy and commonly used, which you might not know, or if you know also, you might not know in different contexts it is used, its meaning, its usage and the synonyms which you can use in place of these words. Okay, so let's get started. But before that, if you haven't subscribed my channel, quickly subscribe my channel guys. Press the notification icon so that you get my videos on time, free of cost. And like and share my videos, and do write your comments in the comment section. Yes, that's important. Well, let's begin. The first word which I've chosen for today is scarce or scarce. Okay, so this is the pronunciation of the word. It is called scarce or scarce. Either way we can pronounce it. What does this word means? The first meaning of this word is insufficient. It is specially used in context of food, money or any other resource, okay, which is not too much or which is insufficient or which is lesser in quantity. Then we use scarce or scarce, like in short supply, insufficient or deficient. Okay, these are the synonyms which we can use in place of this word, and there are lots more which we can use, but these are very commonly used synonyms of the word scarce. Okay, now coming to the sentence construction, what sentence we can construct with this word, how we can use this word in our sentence. Okay, the food supply was scarce in the flood hit areas. Okay, so this is how we can use this word. The food supply was insufficient or was not available there because in the flooded areas, because there are many reasons, because of the transportation or the people can't go there, right, to supply the food. So lots of reasons. So that is why we can say the food supply was scarce in the flood hit areas. Coming to the second meaning of this word, scarce, is occurring in small numbers or small quantities, or less, very less, which means there's not much of it, or availability is not much of that thing or resource or whatever it is. Okay, or not easy to find or very rare. For example, so vegetation or vegetables or crops are scarce in desert areas, right? It's very rare, it's very less found, right? Because deserts are not suitable for plantation or vegetation. So that is why there's scarcity of green vegetables or fruits or any other thing. Certain kind of things can only grow on those land in deserts. So that is what scarce means here. Now, instead of scarce, the opposite or antonyms, if we want to use, the opposite of scarce is plentiful or abundant. So we have to keep this also in mind. If at all we forget this word, we can just replace it with an antonym by adding not there. Okay, so plants or trees are not abundant in deserts. Okay, which means that they are scarce there. So we can use it like this as well. We can make sentences like this also. So this is going to help us to know the word better, to know their antonyms, to know their synonyms. It will be easier for us to use those words in our sentences, and it will help us not to repeat the sentences again and again, the same sentence. We can use different sentences with different words but the same meaning. Okay, in order to explain our idea. So this is how the word scarce is used. I have told the pronunciation, the meanings, how it can be used in different contexts, and the sentences as well. Their antonyms and synonyms as well. Coming to the next word, which is apparent. Yes, apparent. So apparent, the first meaning is clearly visible or understood or obvious. Okay, so this is the meaning of apparent. If we use apparent in a sentence, it means clearly visible or understood or obvious. Okay, this is what apparent means. Now let's see the other words, the synonyms of apparent. Evident, clear, visible, etc. So these are the common words or synonyms which is available for this word if you want to replace this word with other words. Okay, coming to how you can make sentences out of it. For example, so it was apparent that Neeraj Chopra will win silver or gold for India in the Olympics. Okay, so I'm talking about when he qualified for the finals. So it was obvious that, or apparent that he will either win silver or gold. He won silver medal, but before the competition, we knew that he's either going to win a silver or a gold medal. Okay, so we can say it was apparent that Neeraj Chopra will win silver or gold in the Olympics. Next meaning of this word is seeming real or true. It might be real or true, but not necessarily so, or it is not necessary. So apparent means it might not be true, it might not be real. This is one meaning, or you can say not necessarily. Okay, so this is what the word apparent means. Similar words are superficial, supposed, presumed, or so-called. So these are the words which we can use for apparent. Okay, I mean not necessarily this can be true, or it doesn't seem real, it doesn't seem true. We say all these things. So this is what apparent means here. Now let me use it in a sentence to make you understand things better. After watching the movie, it was apparent that it is based on fictional events. So after watching the movie, it was apparent that it was based on fictional events. Okay, which means it was not real. It was not a real story. It was based on fictional events, imaginary events. So this is how this word can be used in two different ways, in two different contexts. I've given the example of sentences as well. Now we can see what are the opposites or antonyms of this word. What we can use unclear, genuine. Coming to the next word, which is appoint. This is also very commonly used, guys. It's very easy. It's just that we need to understand what are the contexts and what are the different meanings of words, and we should be able to use it in our sentences, and we should also know the opposites and similar words, which is synonyms and antonyms of that word, so that when we are stuck while speaking, we can always recall it in either ways. Right, so this will help us in not forgetting the word. If we forget that word also, our mind should be able to recall its antonym or synonym, which is similar words or opposite word, which we can put in our sentence to express our idea. Appoint. The pronunciation is appoint. The first meaning is appoint means assign a job or a role to someone. To assign a job or a role to someone, which means appoint. You know, the very common thing is the appointment letter. We all know, right? I received an appointment letter from so-and-so company, right? I received an appointment letter for the job, right? So this is how it is used. Now, similar words are nominate, name a person, designate, which is designation as well, designate a person on certain posts, engage a person on that role, adopt, or select or choose. So these are the similar words which can be used in place of appoint. And the opposite of this is reject, not to choose, which means reject. Okay, so we should know this as well. Coming to the next meaning of this word is determine or decide on. Okay, probably a time or a place. So we have to determine or decide on. Probably it will be a time or a date or a place. For example, the school has appointed the first Saturday of every month as open day. The school has appointed the first Saturday of every month as an open day. Okay, which means open day means the parents can go and meet the teachers of the kid or the child. So that is an open day. The school is appointed the first Saturday of every month as open days. Okay, so this is how it is used. Now what are the similar words which we can use instead of appoint in this context with this meaning? Specify, determine, assign, designate, allot, set, fix, arrange or choose. Okay, so there are different words which we can use or fill up in sentences instead of this word, right? Appoint. So I think it was very easy. This word was very easy and we can come up with more of such sentences. So guys, start making sentences in your own words with these new words or vocabulary. It is really going to help you in speak better English. Another word is instance. So the pronunciation is instance. Instance. Now what is the meaning of this word? The first meaning of this word which I'm going to tell you is an example or single occurrence of something. Okay, so if it has occurred once or if you want to give an example, we say for instance so and so. Okay, if something has occurred, we say instance. I'll clear this with examples also. I'm going to speak about the similar words here first, which is an example, an occasion, or any occurrence, or any case, or illustration, or specimen, or sample. As we give examples, like for instance, or for example, we say. So to quote that, we say, which means specimen or an example or an illustration we want to give, right? For example, there is an instance of robbery in the vicinity. Okay, so which means that there is an occurrence of robbery or there was a case of robbery in the vicinity. Vicinity means the surrounding or the area. Okay, so this is an example. Coming to the next meaning of this word is to cite a fact or a case or as an example when we say anything. So which the similar words are cite, quote, give an example or point out or specify or name or identify a particular person or an incident or anything else, a specific thing. Okay, for example, if we say about a particular person or thing, when we cite that as an example of anything, like there was an instance in the society where John was seen arguing with the security. There was an instance in the society where John was seen arguing with the security. So it has been cited as an example that this instance or was told about that particular instant where John was seen arguing with the security professional, the security person, right? So this has been cited. This is an example which we are giving. It is a particular example, not in general, which we spoke about in our previous example. So this is how this word is used in two different contexts with two different meanings and in two different sentences. You can come up with many more, guys. Start using this and try this technique once. The last word is project. 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 This is also a very common word which we use every day. The first meaning is very simple. Project means an individual or collaborative enterprise that is carefully planned to achieve a particular aim, which means to build an enterprise, to build a building or any plan or a program or a scheme or an undertaking, whatever it is carefully plan to achieve an aim. Okay, to build something or to come up with something, which is called a project. Now, the similar meanings or similar words which can be used in place of project is undertaking, plan, plan of action, program, enterprise, undertaking, venture, or an activity, right? A commercial project, a project, software development project, or any such thing. For example, I was assigned to hire candidates for a new development project. Okay, I was assigned to hire people for the new development project. Okay, there was a new development project which was there, and I was assigned to hire people for that project. Okay, the next meaning of the word project is a piece of research work which is undertaken by a school or college or students. Okay, research work. Similar words which we can use are assignment, a piece of work, a homework, or task. Anything which we can use instead of project. Now, for example, I worked on a research project in biotechnology during my graduation. Right? I was assigned a task, or I did my research work in biotechnology during my graduation days. Okay. So that was a task I did, the assignment I did, or a project I did, which was into research. So guys, these were the 5 words which I came up with to help you with the pronunciation, to help you with its meaning, different context, coming up with different sentences, to understand the meaning in context better. Now, what your task is, you can come up with as many sentences as you can. I've already given some antonyms, some synonyms. Synonyms are similar words, antonyms are opposite words. The words which are opposite in meanings, and synonyms are words which are similar in meaning. So whenever you choose a word, whenever you speak about a word or try to understand a word, it will be always better to know about similar words and opposite words also. So that if tomorrow you're going to speak on any topic and you get stuck with that one word, you will have enough other words to fill in that gap. If you know that word very well, like if you know the synonyms also, if you know the antonyms also of that word, it will be much easier for you to replace that word, fill in that space and speak continuously. Okay, so your sentences will not break, your words, you will not forget words, you will not be blank. Trust me on this. Start practicing vocabulary in this way and you will get maximum benefit out of it. Trust me on that. Or take it from me. Okay, I hope this session will help you a lot in speaking English, or in practicing English speaking, or in building up your vocabulary and pronunciation, and to know the words better. See you in my next session. Until then, keep watching, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep practicing. See you. Bye-bye.